Alright, welcome to day 2. Big mistake yesterday we made. Big mistake, but we're gonna fix it. So yesterday I had my brother, he was cleaning off each one of the pistons for me, and I told him I had them numbered 1 through 8, so I know exactly where they went in the block, along with what rod. You know, I didn't take the piston rods apart, so I knew exactly how they would go in there. After he cleaned them all up yesterday, he didn't put the numbers back on them, so that messed me up. Now I didn't know the order, which is probably not that big of a deal, but I didn't know the order they went in. So when I started putting the pistons in yesterday, the rods have a certain design. There's a certain design to them. I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, so probably can't tell on this, but one side of this rod has a little bit more meat than the other side, and it's pretty much from where the two are going to touch on the bearing on the journal itself. If you don't put them in there right, then when these come in contact, they won't fit right. So that's the problem I'm having. Is after I went and put 4 pistons in on one side, I started working the other side. As soon as I put the first one in there, it hit and realized that they're not in the right way. So my goal now today is to pull all these apart and work my way back to putting them back in the right way. And I think I can tell the right way. I think they, I can't. Damn, that's gonna be a pain in the dick. We'll do what we can, that's all I can do. We'll look at some shit up online, we'll figure it out. We got this. Alright, so I think I got them all lined up. I know I marked each one of these pistons before I took them out. So I know kind of what's the middle of the block. I know that certain ones will face forward on each side. So I think I have them lined up as far as left and right. Just gotta make sure as I'm putting them in though that where these meet is they're in the correct positions. I couldn't find anything online, so I'm gonna trial and error this real quick, see. That's what it is. I'm thinking I have it right now. I'm gonna put 2 of them in there real quick and then we'll find out. Finally figured it out. I don't think there's really a right orientation way to put that in there. I think that all the dots on top of pistons have to face forward. They're going in a lot easier now that I've done that. I'll show you real quick. So I've got one side in right here. As you can see, the dots. Same thing on top. Dot here, dot here, dot here. I'm about to put the last one in. Then we'll flip it over and we'll torque the bottom, all the rods into place. So I'll show you how to do this last one real quickly because they've been a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. Get you a better piston spring compressor than this. This is just junk. It's been a pain in the ass the entire time. There's much better things out there to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the last one real quickly. Alright, so on this last one, I'm gonna use this compressor, piston ring compressor. What I've been using is, alright, so what you do with this tool is you wanna unloosen it enough to where the piston will fit in it. Make sure that your dot is facing the front of the block. You put that on there. Alright, so my best luck is to slide it on down in there and tighten it up from the side while it's not completely in. Alright, so before we slide that in, we're going to tap it down. We want some of the, alright, here we go. We want some of the piston to slide in there. We're going to tighten it down one last time. Make sure it don't move. Alright. So, what's worked best for me is go ahead, tap it all the way around. You want that to have a good, you want it to sit flush on the bottom, because if not, when the ring pops out on one side, it will get caught and it will not go in. So I found it easiest just to give it a couple taps to get it to sit flush on the bottom. If that's the case, Make sure that your dot is centered, facing forward, and go ahead and give it a couple whacks. That didn't work. There we go. That's in. Alright, so now that that's in, what we're going to do is we're going to go from the bottom, we're going to slide it into this journal here, and then we'll tighten it down. And that's the last one. That's a wrap. All the piston rods are in. We're going to turn the block over a few times to make sure everything smoothly rotates, and then we'll flip it over and we will torque all our rod ends, and we'll be done with that part, at least for now. So I just finished torquing down all these to 15 pounds. Next go around is we're going to set them at 60 degrees is what we have to do lastly. If I can set you up here so you can just relax and watch. Alright, so I feel like I've been keeping this a secret long enough on what we're actually building. We do know it's going to be twin turbos. We do know we're using a 5.3. We do know that we're using stock pistons. We say upgraded. We replaced our bearings and we put new piston rings in. So we even gapped our piston rings for our turbo, for our boost. Whew. So finally got the block back together, the whole bottom end right now. The pistons are all in, they're torqued to spec. This is the big puzzle, I guess. The big piece to the puzzle. So this is just a stock LS9 camshaft. Ooh. So these are ran LS9, if you know, I think is it the Z06 or Z01, whatever it is. The Big Mac Daddy they run. So I got a stock LS9 cam. I've watched and looked at a few articles online and whatnot. This upgraded valve springs, fuel loading next here. These 5.3s will get close to 400 horsepower on the top end. So that's kind of what we wanted. We wanted a budget-friendly camshaft, brand new. You get one of these for 150 bucks. It's not bad at all compared to $400. You know. Whether it's Brian Tooley, whether it's Comp Cams, whether it's Texas Speed, whoever it is, you can get a brand new one of these LS9 cams, 150 bucks. So that's what we're gonna put in, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and lube this sucker up and slide her on in. You know what I mean? All right. First thing you want to do before you install a new cam, you want to use some lube, grease this thing up real good before you slide it in there. I've already got everything cleaned out. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grease this thing up. We're going to slide it on in there. You could, if you want, put a couple bolts on the end right here. These are where the timing gear actually ties in. So, a couple of the older bolts. Go ahead and just put 2 of them in there. You'll be fine with 2. All it is when you're holding that, slide that in there. It gives you a little bit more room to finagle that in. You want to go ahead and get you some grease. Here it is. Engine assembly lube. We're going to start here. Alright, so you want to lube this thing up real good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put some engine lube on all these lobes, about halfway down. go ahead and get you a rag, it's gonna get dirty. Alright. What you want to do is, you just want to take that lube and go ahead and run it all the way around each one of these. Just get it all in there. All up in there. This is what's going to help protect until we actually do a startup, which is probably going to be a little while. So we want to make sure that we've got plenty of protection until then. So you can go ahead and add some more. Just get that sucker nice and lubed up. Alright. Keep on keeping on. Get that thing all up in there. There you go. That's what she said, huh? Ooh. Yeah? Oh, sorry. So, I feel like I'm the one moaning over here. Alright, so go ahead and clean your finger off. Don't really matter, I guess, but nice to have clean hands every once in a while. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start sliding it up on in there. Alright, so I'm gonna block you guys' view. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and grab it. And you wanna just slide real slowly in there. You're gonna have to do a little bit of turning as you slide in between bearings. I'm gonna push it in one more before we add a little bit more to it. Alright, nice and easy. Alright, it's going in super easy. Alright. Alright, so I got the cam in. I just put the retainer plate on right now. I'm working on the gear, but I got to, before I do that, I need to figure out the right timing or top dead center, whatever needs to be on this block to be able to set the crank and the cam and line them up properly. So let's fix that out. Alright, I think I'm terrible at this, but I did get it in. You lined up my dots like it's supposed to, as you can see here. So you see the dot there and the dot, there's a dot right here. It's kind of hard to tell. You want to line those up at either the cam at either 6 or 12 and the crank at 12. So we have our 6 and 12 lined up. When the crank does one full rotation, the cam will do a half rotation, and the dot will land up at the top again. So we do have the block completely put back together as far as the bottom end, so I really wanted to do. So I'm going to throw something over this to hopefully keep it from getting any kind of rust or anything. All we have left to do for the back, though, we will have to come in and try and fix up these bolts here. We got to finish putting the last few in there. We replaced the rear main seal. There was nothing wrong with the original rear main seal. I just wanted to replace it because it came in the kit. That wasn't very hard to do. Man, probably, I don't know what's next on our video. I gotta go see what I got in the house still. I still gotta feel the parts, but we're gonna start cleaning up our heads here soon. We're gonna place the springs in those. We're gonna probably run either LS6 or something like that, or maybe just do some pack out cam. Somebody has some springs. We'll find some good Boost springs. Boost Springsteen. Just came up with that on my own. But I mean, for us right now, we have to clean some stuff up. We'll probably tape the block off and maybe paint it here soon. We got a lot done just today. Pretty much had to start completely over today with redoing the entire putting all the pistons back, taking them out, put them all back in, trying to get everything lined up right. So I'll give you a little show here. All of our pistons are nice and moving. You see a cam in here, all lined up. Nicely moving too. So, I think I'm gonna end this video right here, guys. I've done enough today. I'm going to shower, put my ass up, and I gotta start editing this because it's 2 days. This was supposed to be build day 5, it's turned out to be 5 and 6 really, because I ran into a lot of mistakes. Timing chain's got a lot of slack in it. Oh, that's a. I have to maybe look into that. I don't like that. Not a lot of slack in that thing. But this is it, guys. I'm out. Peace out. Do me a favor, guys, and subscribe, hit that like button, leave me a comment. I will get back to you if you have any questions. Like I said, it's a learning experience for me. Hopefully it helps you guys, you know, learning when you start doing the same thing. So peace out, and I'll see you guys later, man.